Acadiana is home to many historical live oaks. One oak in particular is more important to Mrs. Joyce Desertel of Washington, Louisiana. The Oliver Pollock oak is about 250 years old with a girth of about 18 feet. Desertel is concerned that her tree, the Oliver Pollock oak, is being injured by motorists. The 5-foot round limb of the oak tree has hung over the street since Desertel can remember. This particular limb is about a foot too low for the local garbage trucks to pass under. This past year, several trucks have gotten stuck beneath the limb.
They ruined that limb, and I've got to do something to preserve it because that really hurt me. Lord, that was terrible.
A common law of Louisiana is that any part of a tree that is not within the perimeter of the tree owner's land is at the mercy of whoever's property it intrudes on. Heather Finley with Trees of Acadiana.
The way I've always understood the way that property rule works is that if it's hanging over the fence, you're free to trim it as you need to.
Sarah Chauffleur, also of Trees of Acadiana, says there is a way to trim the tree's limb if it comes down to that.
If you cut it back to the collar, and you can see it's kind of a rounded spot where the branch meets the trunk, and you cut it back to there, it will heal over.
Although technically the limb in question does belong to the town of Washington, it now has several jagged gashes and is missing areas of bark. Chauffleur supports the reasoning of why the oak is important to the inhabitants of Washington.
They have never left the area. They love this place. They fish in it, they hunt in it, they plant in it, they play in it. It's their home, and it always will be. They're like one of the squirrels in the tree.
For some, Louisiana heritage is being easily uprooted, but for others, the Oliver Pollock oak is part of that heritage worth saving, and they plan to do just that.
My roots are deeper than the bones of the others. My colors, they change with the sun. My branches were higher than anything on the hillside on the day that I watched them all come.
For Louisiana Focus, I'm Heather Heiler.